Alright, so I just wrapped up the battery relocation kit for the RSX. If you're going to be mounting your battery behind the bumper or in the trunk, you're going to want to get some of these. These are remote battery terminals. So your kit may or may not come with wires, and if it does, cool. If not, then you'll have to make those. So first step, you'll want to go ahead and take off the retainer clip and the lock nut off the post. And then I'm going to be installing mine right here on this cowl. I believe somewhere right there, but since I already have this line pre-made, I'm going to go ahead and route it from the battery up in here and see exactly how far I can mount my positive post. I got the positive cable ran to the battery post. I would say leave a little bit of slack right there just in case you do have to disconnect the battery. You can still do that, and then make sure that's not next to the post. And I routed that all the way back here over the fender liner, underneath the fender, and this cable is long enough to pretty much route it anywhere back here on the cowling. And for my negative, I was messing around back here, and I have this post right here. So I'm going to sand this down, use that as my negative post, and along with the positive cable, you can see here that I have a lot of room to mount the negative post anywhere on there. So I'm gonna throw this cowling back over, see what looks good, and I'll go from there. And once you find a location where you want to put your terminals, just go ahead, get a step bit like that, drill out your hole, and place your terminals in there. Don't forget about that backing plate. I did it right here. I think it looks cool, like race car. To have it in the engine bay, I know a lot of people do it like this, especially on the DC5s, the RSX. And there's a lot of room back here to pretty much put this anywhere you want. So I'm gonna go ahead, wrap up the install, put the retaining clips on there, and we should be good after that. And real quick before I wrap this up, I just wanna go over a few things. Make sure on the back side, I got pretty lucky right here that you have enough room for that lock washer to fit. So you can see right there, yeah, pretty lucky, pretty close. And the way I tightened that down was like a stuck coilover ring. I just went ahead, pushed that just like that on both of those. And I didn't take a video. Let me see, I don't have these on there just yet. But if you have these style lock washers, the ones with the teeth on them, those teeth hold the fastener. So since this is a nut and a bolt, you're gonna have those barbed ends facing the nut. I believe that's it. It's the only thing I wanted to go through. Oh yeah, make sure you sand down your ground. Your ground can be anywhere on the chassis or the negative terminal on your battery, so it's up to you what you want to do. Other than that, I'm gonna get this buttoned up and show y'all what it looks like. Alright y'all, so I got this done, routed how I want it to be. Routed this wire over this core support up there, have that drooping down. I just wanted to keep it off the splash guard just because I could. What else? So that cable comes up here behind the fender, behind the cowling. Don't mind the alternator, broke a clip, epoxied it down. It's all good now. But don't forget to measure twice, cut once, because look at this negative terminal. So it's not too difficult to remove. I just have to pull up on it. I did have to cut it a little bit, but that still works fine. I can undo that and do that. And then same with the positive, it's just right there. Just like that, that comes out. These things are on here. Luckily, this one's the negative terminal. It's right there next to the chassis. Not too worried about that. Positive terminal, a good distance away. And yeah, that is it. It's a very easy modification. If you do want to do that, if you have your battery in the trunk and you want to have it up here, you can do that. But yeah, that's going to do it in today's video on the remote battery terminals. Hopefully that works out for y'all. Y'all can use this on different chassis. But as always, catch y'all in the next one. Later.